Herodotus was known to embellish and invent history.
Because Indians don't do that. Indians don't lie. Unless they're non-Hindus. Only Europeans and other non-Indians or non-Hindus lie or believe myths.
I think he suffered a calamitous loss in India,
and it eventually led to his death, which is how they pronounce death. He crossed the desert without dying from his Indus injury or injuries, and he died in Mesopotamia much later, so no cigar. In 326 BC, Alexander personally led a campaign against the rebellious Indians of the region he invaded to take his inheritance as the successor to Darius, the Persian king, by the right of conquest given to him by God. And so Alexander was wounded seriously in the ankle, having risked his life by personally leading the campaign. Something which Genghis Khan was not known to do, because Genghis Khan was, compared to Alexander, a coward. See this video I did a long time ago, proving the superiority of Alexander. In 323 BC, Alexander died in Babylon. Do you really believe that it took approximately 3 years to die from an injury, and of the ankle, which isn't even life-threatening? That's bullshit. India failed to kill him.
I love Gaushit. My religion says it is a manifestation of God. All is from the ultimate reality.
The following is a reenactment of Alexander's decision to leave the rest of India unconquered, using art by artificial so-called intelligence. Behold, Alexander the Great having defeated the Persians and now facing India. We can take it from here. Kirti, her story.
Alexander started coming towards India.
You know what? That's enough conquest, guys. Let's go back. Alexander smelled in India what this Indian did. He can explain better than me.
Because all my life, I've been identifying myself as an Indian man. I'm always like, I'm Indian. Yeah, what are you? I'm Indian. Yeah, where are you from? I'm Indian. What do you mean, where am I from? I'm Indian. Then I realized something. I was born and raised in Canada. There's nothing Indian about me. The only thing Indian about me are my parents and my skin tone. That's it. Culturally, I'm not Indian at all. And the only reason I know this is because last year I went to India to do some shows. And I thought I was Indian. And when we were flying over to India, I had this overwhelming Indian feeling. Inside of me, I was like, I'm the most Indian man ever. I just thought I was so Indian, you know? We arrived in Bombay. I was like yelling at the flight attendant, open the doors to this plane. Let me at my Indian people. Let me show those Indians what it's like to be Indian. She opened the doors to that plane. I turned Canadian so fast. I was like, I am so... Did I step in shit just now? When you arrive in India, the minute they open the doors of that plane, you get an overwhelming blast of shit smell right up your nose. It's almost like they hire somebody to shit in front of every plane that lands. Quick, quick, here it comes on. Shit, shit, and go. Shit and go. Go, go, go.
Why did Alexander the Great run away from India? Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
Alexander ran away from India.
Later still. New challenger approaching. Brace yourselves. It's the British! Ha 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 ha. Oh crap, you just got invaded by racist pirates. Ha 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 ha! India is ours.
British Raj. But I don't understand. How can you tolerate the air here?
It's very simple. The reason we can withstand the stench of the Ganges is that we have a bad sense of taste, and that carries over into a bad sense of smell.
So, Indian monk propaganda channel, for Indians to believe that their country is number one, says this.
Another illogical excuse by Western historians is that when Alexander withdrew from India, it was largely because his troops were exhausted and close to mutiny. Imagine if German soldiers had behaved similarly in World War II. They would have been executed on the spot.
Maybe I sounded German there. I'm not really good at the Indian accent. Ignorant, racist Indians. Alexander did punish them. He lost a third of his men crossing the Gadrosian Desert after they refused to do what he wanted. And it is covered that there are two theories for why he did it, and I believe both of them are true. The first theory says that he wanted to punish them for not wanting to conquer the world. And the other is that he wanted to imitate and succeed in the actions of Cyrus the Great, who had failed to cross the desert, it is reported. What if Alexander the Great didn't die so young? Oh, wow, look what you got spared, Indians. You got spared from that. He planned to conquer Arabia and more. So it's Sadhguru again, and he has some wisdom to impart unto us plebes.
The purpose of existence is to exist. It is too enormous, intricate, and fantastic to need any other purpose.
In that case, Hitler and Kim Jong-un have fulfilled God's purpose for them on earth. You fraud. Everyone should see this video, which I have not seen yet besides the first small part, in other words, the first minute or so. Sadhguru, Journey of a Fake Spiritual Guru, full documentary. This is created by Kamdev, an Indian. Alright, so, here you go. Now let me show you this. Roll.
All he did was kill, kill and kill, without purpose.
No, it was not for no purpose, you liar. Alexander then chased Daryavesh first into Media and then Parthia. The Persian king no longer controlled his own destiny, taken prisoner by Bessus, his Bactrian satrap and kinsman. As Alejandros approached, Bessus had his men fatally stab the great coward and then declared himself Daryavesh's successor as Artaxerxes V, before retreating into Central Asia to launch a guerrilla campaign against Macedon. That's why he went there. It was not for no purpose. And as pertains to India, Alexander endeavored to reach the ends of the world and then the great outer sea. That's why he invaded India, besides wanting more glory. So, he wanted to be the greatest conqueror in history. Hold up. There was the other reason I had covered earlier, which was to punish the rebels who did not accept his authority as the inheritor of the Persian Empire's realms. That was his purpose, and God gave him fulfillment of the purpose without reaching the great Pacific Ocean that my people, the Spanish, named. Forays into the Indian subcontinent. Ambi, ruler of Taxila, whose kingdom extended from the Indus to the Hydaspes, Jhelum, submitted to Alexander's authority. So, I'm highlighting this to show that it was not Macedon versus India. There was no India. Indians were divided.
He did it, and the public execution of him will happen. He was very close to you, he traveled with you, everything, but you just kill him so that everybody else is in line. Periodically he killed one of those people who are very close to him, just to set an example. This is the kind of man he is.
Actually, there was a guy called Ashoka the Great, and he had his eldest brother killed The Dipavamsa states that he killed 100 of his brothers. So, where is your video on Ashoka the Great Idiot?
You ride a dumb four-legged animal.
What's this about animals with 4 legs being stupid? You're a hypocrite, more than I thought you were. Because, according to your religion, that cow could be your reincarnated grandmother or great-grandfather. Why do you dishonor them?
And how fortunate are we that he is not anymore here.
Yes, how fortunate for you that Europe didn't finish conquering India in antiquity. It would take centuries for Europeans to do so. How fortunate for you. Because Alexander was capable of conquering the rest of India. But his men wanted to go back to their families. They had already accomplished their primary objective, take down the Persians.
He is death all the time, but he doesn't want to die. He wants everybody to die, but he doesn't want to die.
All the religious groups are against me because I'm talking about population. They want more souls, I want less on the planet.
He wants everybody to die, but he doesn't want to die.